Hey, what's good, people? It's your man Animal Brown checking back in. Welcome to With That Being Said. All right, it's the only hip-hop game show where you get points for your hot takes. I got three of my partners in here. I got Lino, I got Chris Dog, and I got Dame Diddy, returning champ, all right? Now, you know how we get down. 7 questions. Whoever wins the argument gets a point. Whoever has the most points at the end of the show, that's the winner, all right? It's that simple. All right, let's kick things off. We're gonna take it to the West Coast. We're talking Vince Staples. Vince Staples just dropped a new video for the Vince Staples show. He is dabbing into Hollywood right now, all right? My question to you, Dame Diddy, does Vince have what it takes to go from music to movies?
I don't know if he has what it takes to completely transition. I do think it's something that he can get a couple guest roles in like one of those Sharknado movies or something like that. But at the end of the day, I think this is like a ploy for him to sell some more records, which actually works out because when it comes to Vince Staples, man, that dude is a genius when it comes to marketing. Like, that is one thing nobody can touch him with. He always finds a cool way to market his next project, and I think this is his cool way of marketing his next album.
All right, Chris Dog, Dame has Vince doing Netflix, straight to Netflix movies and TV shows. Do you have more faith in his ability to act and do video production?
I got all the faith in the world in my man Vince Staples, straight out of Long Beach, California. If you watch his YouTube show, it's excellent. It was flawless and seamless, and it just seemed like he belonged there. The way that he showed another side of California that people thought they knew, but they really didn't know. The way that he just, his on-camera presence was excellent. He knows what he's doing. He likes it. Music could be secondary for him. He's a talented individual, and I think whatever he puts his head towards, he's going to succeed in. And this is something that I think he's going to thrive in.
Lino, would you rather hear the new Vince Staples album or watch a new short of his on YouTube?
Unfortunately, I'd rather watch a short on YouTube. I feel like music is I'm from the East Side. I'm from Atlanta. I don't care about no Vince Staples music. But I feel like the video thing would be something way better for him to spread his name, and anything that'll get somebody saying that man's name would help his music out. So I definitely want to see that.
Okay, do you think this might have been a ploy just to heat up a new album coming and then he ain't gonna do this no more?
I think that it can be whatever he wants to be. If he wants to keep doing it, then I think that it'll help him succeed. If he wants to do it one time, it'll definitely help him, like I said, get more names in his mouth. So either way.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lino. I'd rather watch his new short than listen to his new album. Vince Staples is cool as a rapper. He's hilarious on these videos, though. Like, he writing, producing, directing them. He's cold with it. I would definitely rather watch that. This one barely goes to Lino. Sorry, Chris Dog, because you kind of said the same thing, but you just said it a little differently than you. So the point goes to him. That's okay. You can make up for it in this round right here. We're talking Young Thug. We're keeping it Atlanta now. All right, now he said some very interesting comments about Lil Wayne during an interview on Big Boy's Neighborhood. He called Lil Wayne, quote, spoiled, end quote. All right, now my question to you, Chris Dog, being that Lil Wayne has been in the game since an early teenager, does Young Thug have a point?
Preteen. I think he has a point. I think he caught Lil Wayne on the later side of things. Would be like somebody trying to come up to Michael Jackson if he was in Jackson 5 or if he was in Thriller. He's at a whole nother level, and the time that he gets to see Lil Wayne has already made it and succeeded. So certain things he's just not going to deal with. I think in that conversation or that interview, he mentioned that if Lil Wayne was told he couldn't have something, he might whine about it or something like that. I think that was a little overstatement, but I feel where he may be coming from. I think part is partial jealousy. He wants to be the favorite son, but at the end of the day, Lil Wayne is number one, and he's always going to be number two. And I like Young Thug, but at the end of the day, Lil Wayne is going to trump him in that week, and jealousy is going to always be a part of that situation.
Lino, do you think Young Thug had a point calling Wayne spoiled?
I think that Young Thug had a point, but it's Lil Wayne. He's one of the greatest rappers ever. So you really can't. What are you gonna say? And I think Thug is a little bit jealous because Thug definitely gets the hype as being one of the greatest lyricists right now. But I definitely don't think that's the case. I think that he's definitely got boosted up by a sense of style that came his way. It definitely wasn't lyricism. Lil Wayne is one of the greatest lyricists that I've ever seen or heard on the track, coming from the 1990s. So Lil Wayne definitely has the right to be spoiled as he wants to be. So,
Dame, does Wayne have a right to be spoiled, or is he even spoiled to begin with?
Look, man, we talking about Young Thug. Why would you want to work with him anyway? If I was Wayne, I wouldn't pay him no damn attention either. So at the end of the day, if I was Wayne, I'd block Young Thug's number. I wouldn't take his calls, wouldn't work with him. I wouldn't do anything. So to Young Thug, Lil Wayne may seem spoiled because he don't want to deal with him. But I do think Lil Wayne is a little bit on the ignorant end. Because I remember a comment where he was talking about, hey, he had never experienced racism ever in his life. I felt like that was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But it's Young Thug. I don't think anybody should pay him any attention.
Young Thug makes Lil Wayne money. He's going to deal with it.
Elaborate. How does he make Wayne money?
He's on the label. He's on the label that as long as that label thrives, Wayne is going to thrive. He's going to eat regardless.
Okay.
It's tough. I mean, but when you using Lil Wayne album names to push your albums out, come on, you little brother at best.
That's a good point. And although I'm here all day, Dame, for the Young Thug slander, I have to give this one to Chris Dog. He made a very good point. Wayne has been in this since he was 11, 12 years old. So he's been used to this lifestyle for a long time. You can't help but be spoiled at least a little bit when you've been in this game for so long. I got to get that one to Chris Dog. That was a very solid point. Now, that's a fact. One more question before we get to this break. We're going to stay with Young Thug. I'm going to ask you, Chris Dog, was this So Much Fun album that he just dropped as good as the internet said it was?
It was a solid album. It was my favorite album that he's put out, to be honest. It was lyrically sound. I think my boy Bougie did a recap on it on Instagram, and it was excellent. He had a track on there with Gunner called Hot. They had some trumpet sounds in the back, and when you do stuff like that grabs at my heartstrings, I'm always dig with it. I mean, they say it sold 150 in the first week. I mean, he's doing numbers. I mean, What's the Move with Lil Uzi? He has some tracks on there that rock, so yeah. It was a good album. Solid.
All right, Lino, were you feeling that So Much Fun?
Feeling the album?
Yeah, for sure.
I think musically, yeah, it was as good as anticipated. Ethically, I mean, once again, Thug said a line on there where he talked about I had the gun in the dress because it couldn't fit or something like that. I do not promote rappers in dresses. Any black strong man in the dress, I do not promote that. So, you know what I mean. Like I said, musically, yes, it was very catchy. It had some nice melodies. Ethically, you know, I'm gonna stay up out of that. So, you know.
Dame, although I already know where you about to go with this, how did you feel about that Young Thug album?
I think Chris Dog might need to get his ears fixed, because he said this album is lyrically sound. If that is correct, then MC Hammer is a crazy MC out here in these streets.
Move units as well.
Yo, look, that Young Thug project had a couple songs that I can go to the club with, have a couple drinks to, you know, go to the strip club, listen to. But
what else can you ask?
What other place, like, I mean, if you consider that fun, cool. I don't necessarily consider all of that stuff that type of fun. I'd rather listen to something like some Bruno Mars or something like that, Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I like the variety up my party music, and Young Thug ain't it. I ain't listening to no dude wearing no dress.
Man, listen, y'all know me. I don't rock with Young Thug at all, and I'm not gonna lie. This was the first album I've caught myself listening to straight through without actually cutting it off beforehand, like I normally do. So I got to give Chris Dog this one. It has some bangers. My favorite song on there is the one with Gunna called Hot. That's probably the hardest joint on it. That beat is stupid. So he name dropped my favorite song on the album, and I think the title So Much Fun was appropriate, because that's exactly what I had with this album. I didn't have so much fun. Let me back it up. I had a little bit of fun. So I'm going to get that one to Chris Dog. The album not that bad, Dame. You might want to run that back and listen to it in a whip, riding downtown at about 8 p.m. in Atlanta. Those exact moments, I think you'll feel it. All right, now, before we get to these next questions, you know what time it is. Let's pay these bills, take a quick break.
Hey, bro, I see your beard been What you been using?
Hey, what maestro?
Hi, I'm using chords by nature. It's all in my bed. I like how I feel, and it come in like 4 different flavors. I see that it's growing and it's looking healthy, man. You make me feel like a baby. I'm trying to get like you, man. Stop it. No, for real, man. I gotta go cop it. So tell me a little more about it. You know I got you, cause you gotta try it. I'm black on business and they rockin'. At chords by nature, go follow. You start with the cleanse it and wash it. And next you gon' need to detox it. And then it's the oils, the butter, and they even got beard and face moisturizer. I play.
Man, we are back. Welcome to With That Being Said. I'm your host, Animal Brown. We got a whole new set of questions. You know what time it is right now. It is good look, bad look, or no look time. Now, Young Thug, as we just spoke about, dropped his So Much Fun album a little bit earlier, a couple of months ago. He is already gearing up for a new album, supposedly dropping before the end of the year. It is called Punk. He promises it will be more introspective and have bars. That's what he said. Dame, are you here for the barred up Young Thug album? Is that a good look, bad look, or no look?
If he can pull it off, I have no faith in him pulling that off. I feel like if you're talking about a bar meter, he's gonna hit a 2. At his peak, maybe a 3.
Out of how many?
Out of 10.
Okay, that's low.
Young Thug is not lyrically capable to carry a whole album. I'm looking forward to some dope music because he has had some songs where he's came off pretty dope on them. But overall, I don't see Young Thug being able to pull off like, what is he gonna talk about? Like wearing dresses, trying to outdress his girlfriend, putting on makeup. Like, what is he gonna talk about?
Chris Dog, are you here for a more lyrical Thug album?
I mean, I'm feeling like I'm defending Young Thug here.
You are.
I am. But I saw Young Thug in concert last year. He was opening up, but I enjoyed his concert. I think he's a good performer. He's saying he want to be more introspective, going to have more bars. It may be geared more to the Caucasian persuasion, and that's fine because that's who's going to buy his albums. Will he be better? I think so because I see he's growing. Very rarely do you see an artist, most time they start off really high and decline. In this instance, he started off mediocre and really bad and running off trends, and now his bar game and his lyrical game is getting better, even though better may not be great. So for him to say he's getting better, I think he actually is, and I'll listen to it.
So this is a good look for you.
That's a good look. Thank you, sir.
All right, Lino, where you at with it? Good look, bad look, or no look?
I think Thug is what I like to call a stylistic GOAT of Atlanta. His style and his swag is what pushed him to the top. So if he's saying he's about to make something that's new with a better sound and with better lyricism, I'm all for it, especially with the eyes being all on him right now. He just signed Gunna, which is one of the hottest young rappers out. So I think that having the young boys around you is always good for your swag. So I think that that's great for him.
Yeah, that's true. You got to keep the youngsters around you, although if we all keep it in 1,000 with ourselves, we know he cannot pull off no damn lyrical album. Dame, I'm with you 200%. He just doesn't have it. And now I don't even think that people need to look for that in him. I don't think that's what he does best. I think he would alienate his fan base if he tried to come out with anything other than what he does, because that's not what people are looking to him for. So I got to go with Dame on this one. I have zero faith in a super lyrical Young Thug introspective album. Y'all let me know how that sound though when y'all check it out. I'm going to skip that. That's a skip. All right. Now, what's not a skip is this latest album from Rapsody. It's called Eve. It has been getting praise all across the internet and all hip-hop publications alike. My question, Lino, is it better than her last project, Laila's Wisdom, which also got praise across the board?
Hey, look, man, it's always fresh to hear some legendary stuff going on in the hip-hop game. That's all I say.
Let me ask you this. Chris Dog, were you feeling the Rapsody project?
I was. She did well. I think that it's going to be hard for her to follow up on that last album. I believe it was Grammy nominated. Yep. She got a lot of looks. This album, she shows major love to black women, and she's repping North Carolina. Hey, there's a couple people who came out of there. It's hard to get out of there. She's doing well, so the album was good. I don't think it's going to be better than the last one, but, I'm showing love. both ways.
Dame, where you at on this? Is it better than the Grammy-nominated Laila's Wisdom project?
Yes, I think Eve was definitely better than Laila's Wisdom. She is barring people up. Like, ever since, like, if you listen to her stuff prior to Beauty and the Beast, it was fire. But since Beauty and the Beast, she's done nothing but get better. She got some doper production on this project. The concept of her actually talking about all the women that she was actually speaking about in the song, where she's the song about Aaliyah, she's talking about being the tomboy. Like, so she took it to a whole nother level with making sure that she stayed on topic with these concepts and everything like that. And when you actually listen to her, to me, she's the best female rapper, period. Lyrically, can't nobody touch her.
Chris Dog, where is she at? Is she top 3 female rappers out right now?
She's top 3. She falls right in that. She's wiggling right there on 3 and 4. When it comes to women as well as men, for that matter, in this society that we live in, bars are going to get you only so far. You're going to also have to have that stage presence and that social media presence to push you across. And when it comes to that, Cardi and Meg are at the top, and it's hard to forget about Nicki. How could you? And you got the city girls. It's a lot of women out here doing big things. She is lyrically sound,
For sure.
but so is Cannabis.
Man, hey, you almost had it until you just compared her to Cannabis.
I'm just saying. We talking about lyrics and we talking about stage presence. I'm just saying.
Cannabis's career
Cannabis
is rolling
was
over in his
hard,
grave
don't
right
trip.
now. He could spit for
hard.
sure. I think Rapsody makes better music than him, although she is heavy on the lyrics and stuff. So I'm gonna have to get this one to Dane because he did answer it straight up. He said this album is better than the last one, and I agree 100%. I personally wasn't a fan of the last one, although it got hella looks, Grammy nods, high praise, all of that shit. I didn't really feel it. But this new joint at Eve, I'm rocking with that all day. This one goes to Dame. Now, speaking of Nicki Minaj, she took to her Queen Radio to go at her detractors, as she likes to do, namely Joe Budden. She addressed him on some comments that he made way back when on a show called Everyday Struggle, when he used to do it with academics. Dame, let me ask you, is Nicki above coming at all of her doubters, or should she continue to go hard?
Look, man, I'm a Sagittarius. Nicki Minaj is a Sagittarius. We are extremely petty, and we don't let nothing go. So when Nicki always brings this stuff up, that's exactly what I go to. I already know what it is. She's got all of this stuff built in, is sitting there every single time all of this stuff happens. She is just sitting there holding it to the perfect moment. I think she is a little delusional with some of it, though. There ain't no Nicki hate train. There's every guy is talking in a studio trying to find the next female to take her out. No, these people are trying to find an artist to get them some money. They ain't worried about Nicki Minaj. But I think she should be above it because it would put her in a more popular stance with hip hop. Because I feel like some of the negativity that people look at are her coming back at all these people. It makes them look at her with a side eye when you think about what Nicki has done with her career.
Lino, should Nicki stop being so sensitive, or does she have a right to be upset?
Once again, we talking about this GOAT conversation. Look, when you're the best at what you do, you have all the right to be as defensive as you want to be until somebody can come dethrone you. When somebody like, I'm not going to say the name, people who come in the game and people are trying to say they're better than you, and you're like, no, this is a lesser person, do your thing. Let somebody just dethrone you lyrically, and so far no one's done that to Nicki, so she definitely has the right to do what she does.
Fair point, man. Now, let me ask you, Chris, dog, is Nicki doing too much going on Queen Radio snapping?
Queen Radio is her platform. She has all the rights in the world to go at Joe Budden, just like everybody else in the world who goes at Joe Budden, because Joe Budden is out of line with most of his comments. But that's why people talk about Joe Budden, because if he wasn't out of line, nobody wouldn't even speak on him. He got killed by Eminem a long time ago. He really should have stayed in his grave, but he found his place on talk radio, and his go-to is to talk about people recklessly and see if he can get a rise out of them. So that's his new move. He did it. She reacted as she should have, and I'm happy for her for doing it.
All right, man. Chris, part of the Barbs, I see you. That's a great answer. And you're absolutely right, man. Joe Budden is here to press buttons. That's what he does. And when somebody does that, you can't be mad at how they react to it, no matter what it looks like. Nicki is as my guy Lino just said in the GOAT conversation when it comes to female MCs, she has a right to go hard if she wants to. I'm going to give that point to Chris Dog, even though it was close. Lino was on your heels, all right? But I'm going to let you get that one. And before we get to this last question, we're going to take a final break, all right? Then we're going to see who wins. Let's get it. We are back now. We've got one more topic to determine the winner. We just got through speaking about Nicki going hard on Joe Budden. She also took to Twitter to announce her retirement. Now, whether you believe it or not, let's just assume that she's legit and she's hanging it up. Lino, should she hang it up? How will you remember her legacy if she's done?
Jordan, look, no, again, to this GOAT conversation. Nobody's telling LeBron to hang it up, and you know he's the GOAT. Nobody's saying hang it up. Why would you hang it up in your prime? Nicki is a beast. I don't even like female rappers too much, but Nicki goes hard. I cannot deny it. She goes harder than most male rappers, bar for bar. So, and I say most that's out. She definitely go harder than Young Thug, but I'm not gonna say nothing about that. Nicki is a GOAT. Okay, she's one of the best female rappers I've ever heard in my life. Right? Y'all was saying other people know Lauryn Hill, and then it's Nicki them. So.
All right, Chris Dog, do you believe the retirement talk? And if so, how long will she be gone?
I'm fine with her retiring. She's a woman. She got a man. She wants a family. This is real life, fellas. So let's be real about this. She has different goals in mind. She has plenty of people. She has plenty of fans. She got platforms that she's still going to be involved in music if she chooses to. Her lyrics are unquestionably good. She's gonna go down, as my man said, as one of the best. Mm-hmm. She's awesome. Her fan base is crazy. She gonna stay relevant and go ahead and retire. Have your family, do what you think is best for you.
Gotta feed them.
Dame, do you believe that she's going to actually retire and stay retired?
No, I do not. First of all, I just want to say Nicki has a pretty spotty discography, if we want to be perfectly honest.
It's all right.
she got 2 good albums, all right? I love Nicki, though. You know, she's got some really dope guest appearances and everything like that. But at the end of the day, Nicki don't like sharing the spotlight. That's the only reason she's backing out. She can cover it and disguise it as she wants to have kids with her man and everything like that. You look at Nicki's history, she don't like sharing the spotlight. She will try to destroy every single person or try to latch on to anybody that's coming up that's hot. She don't like the fact that she can't outdo Cardi. She loves bragging about numbers. DJ Academics put her numbers on blast for her not being able to stay on the charts. Cardi is killing the charts. She does not want to be known as the person that can't beat Cardi B when she's been #1 female for like 10 plus years.
Chris
Dog,
don't
want to do it.
Chris Dog, I got to ask you, because Cardi just had a baby, started a family. She was able to do it and keep her career going. Why, is there a particular reason why you think Nicki can't do the same?
Well, Cardi just got the party started. Nicki been in the game. Nicki got skin in the game. She done went through rappers. She got bodies. She, you know, her resume is crazy right now. I mean, we could talk about what she moved album-wise, but it was the era that she was in when she was moving it, and she was doing it against cats who was putting out epic albums at the time. So, and she was going against man. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to put it. I gotta say it twice like the youngsters do. So I gotta say Nicki Minaj is okay. She got the Barbie gang behind her. They never gonna falter. She gonna be okay. She doesn't need to retire, but the fact that she is retiring, I'm good with that.
Hey, that's a fair point. She has been in the game. She's done what she's needed to do. Her name is etched into the record books. I got to get that one to Chris Dog. That's the game right there. You came through in the clutch like Jordan, fourth quarter. Leave us with some words, man. What you got to say before we get ghost?
All right, Chris Dog, come see me anytime. Golf Beef, look at us on there. We always on there.
Yeah, there it is, man. It's your man Animal Brown. Till the next time. Peace.